Deli Mellies and the Surfing Violinist present Champagne and Bourdain, Masala Vlog 39. While I, Ford, the Surfing Violinist, have been preoccupied with my own odyssey, my wife Melissa has been trudging through her very own. Before moving to India, she liked the idea of India. It was one of the life goals we both shared, going to India. And when my wife sets her mind on something, it quickly transforms from life goal into life rule. That fondness for India turned into a love for India, and specifically Delhi. At some point in 2013, she went from being a co-host and sometimes supporting character in my silly vlog adventure ideas to a fixer for some of the best videos, projects, and mini adventures, as she called them, in our lives thus far. She fell in love with the coffee, the music, the poetry, even the movies, and yes, we did get to play token 4B characters in a Bollywood movie, but more than anything, she fell in love with the food. She was already a Top Chef and Bourdain fan, but India helped her unlock the desire to make food that would excite her guests as much as the food we were fortunate enough to sample from kitchens, restaurants, and street corners in New Delhi and its surrounding satellite cities. Our hands were a bit full in India with video projects and navigating the complexities of maintaining legal good-favored status in a land gracious enough to have us as guests, but coming home at a time when Indian food was not readily available was the final push she needed to bite the bullet and start making her own Indian food. Now, India is famous for its vegetarian food, but Mel and I fell in love with a number of non-veg options, especially butter chicken. And it didn't take her long to master her version of the recipe and earn the title of her new business operation, Deli Mellies. And like me, she's had her gurus to help her guide her through this process. Tell us about two people who've really influenced you in the wake of Bourdain's passing that have kind of given you, I guess, hope for a way forward in your own culinary adventures.
Right. There are so many people to choose from in the food world, but one moment that sticks out to me is we are avid Top Chef watchers. So actually both of these people are from Top Chef. We've been watching Top Chef since the beginning. It's been hugely influential on me. But there was this moment in one of the early seasons, and Carla was the chef, and she's talking about like putting love in the food and cooking with love in the food, and how that's such an important ingredient. I mean, sometimes things go wrong in the kitchen and the dish does not turn out the way you want it, and but there's still love in the food. So I definitely feel like that sometimes. Sometimes I feel like the stuff I put out there, I'm like, oh, there's love in the food, and it just turns out great. And then sometimes you put it out there and you're like, God, it's just not quite as good as I would want it, but there's still lots of love out in the food. And then someone else who is a local is the Top Chef season where they were in Kentucky. The winner was actually a chef from Dothan, Alabama. That's just 2 hours north of us, Kelsey Barnard Clark. And so it's really awesome to see someone from our area, and they actually have a beach house here in Panama City Beach. So it's really cool because I'll get to see her sometimes when she's in town. And then you want to talk about some awesome food and awesome entertaining. Dude, I love entertaining, and she is someone who does entertaining amazingly well.
Once again, Justin and Karen Buxton, local legends not only in the water but also on land, have featured prominently in our lives, along with Kelly Dyer, who has spearheaded Vegan Night at Buxton's Little Village. Mel's made some great friends and colleagues as they experiment with ways to make vegetarian options creative, tasty, and fun. I've really been impressed with all of Mel's experiments, even those that use soy curls, like her Lotus Temple Masala named after the Baha'i temple that was just down the street from our new home in India, in the neighborhood called Kalkaji, which has also lended its name to Mel's vegan version of dal makhani, which she calls dal kalkaji. We miss those 2 square kilometers and everyone we knew there very dearly. Melissa has taken great pains to put love in those 2 dishes to honor that place and the people who made it so special for us. Once this film is completed, I will resume my role in Deli Mellies as recipe tester and sous chef as we both continue our quest to discover interesting West meets East fusion foods. The quest for Desh-Mex will continue. And if the term Desh-Mex doesn't ring a bell or if you've forgotten, 12 years ago, way back in 2012, we were living in Noida, and Domino's Pizza came out with a gimmick called the Taco Indian. And it was a little bit of a mix of everything. So I took the term Tex-Mex and threw Desh in there, the Hindi word for country. I'm sure I didn't coin this term, but the quest for a fusion food merging Mexican and Indian has been on my mind ever since. Although this particular Indian taco had even more going on. The prediction, because here we have, what do we have here tonight, Jake?
Well, this is basically a paratha meets Seek kebab meets mayonnaise. And I think there's some cheese in there as well, covered in what I think is Italian seasoning. So I'm not entirely sure what this is, but it tastes pretty good.
We both agree that it tastes pretty good.
Here's our World War II gun turret. Have our picnic set up for Bourdain Day.
We've already mentioned the profound impact that Anthony Bourdain had not only on this channel, but on our entire approach to cross-cultural communication. So to commemorate his legacy, Melissa has been hosting Bourdain Days. When it started out, year 1, it was just me and her, year 2, a handful of friends, and then in the years since, it's been a ticketed event in which Melissa has curated dishes, music, and experiences to retrace moments in Bourdain's work that have impacted us the most. Melissa will be doing a Champagne and Bourdain event after the Redfish Film Festival, and I'll be playing violin. It is nice as a married couple to have your own projects, but it's also very nice to be able to collaborate, and so I'm honored yet again to be playing violin as my wife puts forth her culinary vision. Champagne and Bourdain, April 14th, Redfish Film Festival. To see these videos early without ads, join the lineup here on YouTube. You just need a YouTube account, and for $1.99 a month, you click this little join button and sign up to get early and ad-free access to 4 monthly vlogs: the surf vlog, the violin vlog, the Masala vlog, and the family vlog. Thank you very much.